Welcome to Morbid Mystique, where the shadows whisper tales of horror and true crime. Step into the unknown if you dare. Tonight, we dive into a chilling case that has haunted the small town of Willow Creek for over a decade. In 2012, Clara Hensley, a 28-year-old artist with a bright future, vanished without a trace. Her disappearance left her family shattered, her friends baffled, and investigators chasing shadows. Was it a random act of violence, a carefully planned abduction, or something far stranger? Grab a drink, relax, and let's unravel the mystery of Clara Hensley's vanishing. Clara Hensley was no ordinary woman. Born and raised in Willow Creek, a sleepy town nestled in the Pacific Northwest, she was known for her vibrant personality and her hauntingly beautiful artwork. Her paintings, often depicting stormy seascapes and shadowy figures, had started gaining attention in local galleries. By 2012, Clara was on the cusp of a breakthrough, with a solo exhibition planned in Seattle. She was magnetic, her best friend Emily Tate recalled in a 2013 interview. Clara could light up a room, but there was always this depth to her, like she saw things others didn't. Clara lived alone in a small cottage on the edge of town, surrounded by dense forest. She was fiercely independent, but kept a tight circle of friends and family. Her parents, Tom and Linda Hensley, described her as someone who loved routine. Morning coffee at the local diner, evening walks along the creek, and late nights painting in her studio. But in the weeks leading up to her disappearance, something seemed off. Clara's brother Mark noticed she was more withdrawn than usual. She mentioned feeling watched, he told police, like someone was lingering just out of sight. Clara had even started locking her doors, unusual for a town where everyone knew each other. On the evening of October 12, 2012, Clara was last seen at Willow Creek's annual Harvest Festival. Witnesses reported seeing her around 8 p.m., laughing with friends near the bonfire. She wore a red scarf, a denim jacket, and her signature silver necklace with a crescent moon pendant. Around 9:30 p.m., she told Emily she was heading home to work on a painting. She seemed fine, Emily said. Maybe a little tired, but nothing alarming. Clara never made it home. Her cottage was only a 15-minute walk from the festival, along a quiet road bordered by woods. When she didn't show up for coffee the next morning, Emily grew worried. By noon, she and Mark went to Clara's cottage. The door was unlocked, her keys and phone were on the kitchen counter, and her car was in the driveway. But Clara was gone. Her red scarf was found tangled in the bushes near the road, about halfway between the festival and her home. Police were called and a search began immediately. Volunteers combed the forest, dogs scoured the area, and divers searched the creek. Nothing turned up. No footprints, no signs of a struggle, no witnesses. It was as if Clara had evaporated into the autumn air. The Willow Creek Police Department, unaccustomed to cases of this magnitude, called in state investigators. Lead Detective Sarah Monroe took charge, focusing on three main theories: a random attack, a targeted abduction, or Clara leaving voluntarily. The first theory. The road Clara walked was isolated, with no streetlights. Could she have been the victim of an opportunistic predator? Police looked into local transients and known offenders, but no one matched the profile. A tip about a suspicious van seen near the festival led nowhere. The driver had an airtight alibi. Another theory. Clara's mention of feeling watched raised red flags. Investigators interviewed her ex-boyfriend, Ryan Keller, who had a history of jealousy. Ryan claimed he was at a bar in a neighboring town that night, and security footage backed him up. Another lead was Clara's art dealer, Victor Lang, who had been pushing her to produce more work for the Seattle exhibition. Some speculated he was overly invested in her success, but he cooperated fully and had no criminal record. A more troubling lead emerged when police found a series of cryptic notes in Clara's studio. One read, "The shadow moves before the light." Another said, "Don't trust the eyes." Were these artistic musings or clues to her state of mind? Handwriting analysis confirmed they were Clara's, but their meaning remained elusive. And the last theory: could Clara have chosen to vanish? She had no history of mental health issues, no debts, and no reason to run. Her bank accounts were untouched, and her phone's last activity was a text to Emily at 9:28 p.m. "Heading home. Talk tomorrow." Still, some wondered if the pressure of her upcoming exhibition had pushed her to a breaking point. Months passed, with no breakthroughs. The case grew cold, and the media frenzy faded. But Clara's family never gave up. They organized annual vigils, hoping for answers. In 2015, a hiker found a silver necklace matching Clara's in a remote part of the forest, 5 miles from her last known location. It was weathered but intact, with no DNA or fingerprints. The discovery reignited interest, but searches in the area found nothing else. Then, in 2018, a chilling post appeared on a true crime forum. An anonymous user claimed to have seen a woman resembling Clara in a small town in Oregon, working as a waitress under a different name. The user described her as quiet, with a haunted look in her eyes. Police followed up, but the woman had left the town months earlier. Was it Clara, or just a coincidence? The most bizarre twist came in 2020, when one of Clara's paintings surfaced at an auction in Vancouver. Titled "The Watcher," it depicted a shadowy figure standing in a forest, eerily similar to her cryptic notes. The painting was traced to an anonymous seller, and the trail went cold again. As of 2025, Clara Hensley's case remains unsolved. Her family still holds out hope, but the lack of evidence has left them in limbo. Detective Monroe, now retired, believes Clara was taken by someone who knew her routine, a predator who blended into Willow Creek's tight-knit community. Online sleuths continue to speculate, with theories ranging from a serial killer to a cult operating in the Pacific Northwest. Some even point to Clara's artwork, suggesting her paintings held clues to her fate. Her final piece, unfinished in her studio, showed a figure standing at the edge of a cliff with a faint shadow behind it. What happened to Clara Hensley? Did she fall victim to a random act of violence, or was she targeted by someone she trusted? Could she still be out there, living a new life? If you have any information, contact the Willow Creek Police Department. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the vanishing of Clara Hensley. If this story gripped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more true crime mysteries. Share your theories in the comments. What do you think happened to Clara? Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.